Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. I have just finished watching the inauguration of the 47th President of the United States of America, John Trump. I will make a little summary on what I saw, what I understood out of it. If it's true what he said, his speech, if it's not true, what can he accomplish, what he can't accomplish. So this is this guy who gave us the Roman salute for us. So let's see. First, I will start with the setting. The Oscars paled in contrast with this inauguration. Very disciplined, very organized, very civilized. Beautiful, beautiful. I like that. People present in the stands over there. Obviously, there were the former presidents over there with George W. Bush, Bill Clinton, and then Obama, and you had the former now, Biden as well. On the other side, in the back of Donald Trump, I could see the tech moguls at one point, and I'm going to tell you who those guys were. So was Elon Musk, then it was the Google CEO, then it was the Apple CEO, then it was Zuckerberg at one point somewhere sitting down. All these guys over there. Why are these guys behind Trump and there's not, let's say, the CEO of General Motors or Ford or steel industry? Why are the guys with trumpets? Because they are very important in creating a certain kind of narrative. So they were behind Trump. Nothing bad, nothing good about it. Melania Trump, I have to say, she looked like Zorro. I like Melania Trump, but she looked like Zorro and a little bit too serious. Why so serious, son? Then we saw also Vance's wife with the 3 children. Then we saw Boris Johnson in the attendance. I saw the great Jaishankar, Dr. Jaishankar, the foreign minister of India, which I was just like this, very happy to see him. I haven't seen Meloni, who said that she's going to be over there, the president of the Italian premier, not president, of Italy. I haven't seen Milei. They didn't focus on these guys. It was a ceremony a little bit too pompous for the event. That's why I think it really is a candidate for being a good show compared with the Oscars. But it was with taste. I liked it. It was with taste. Next, what speeches did we have over there? We have, and I'm going to focus on Donald Trump's speech, which I think, and I'm telling you this without using, a modest, how to call it, modesty, fake modesty, or I think it was one of the most fantastic speeches that I ever heard, coming from this kind of, how should I put it, elected official. The problem is people can talk nicely. We'll see what they can do about it. He talked about his executive orders in the first day. Fantastic executive orders. Will be he allowed? He talked about the immigration, stopping the border invasion, putting the military on the border, designated the Mexican cartels as terrorist organizations, stopping catch and release, which is I catch you and I release you back in business here. So again, sending people to Mexico, whatever. It seems like everything he said is fantastic, at least to me. Then he said he's going to take care of the crimes in the cities, and not only related to gangs. That's a good thing again. Then he talked about education. He said there's 2 genders from now on in the federal government, and he will do that, which is male and female. It doesn't mean the other ones will be just chased for and looked for. No. It's just that he becomes, or at least the policy becomes normal, I would say it. It doesn't mean you cannot, identify as whatever. It just says that I don't have to pay a price for not playing in your delusion. That's great. Drill, baby, drill. That means he said this is the golden age of the United States of America. Fantastic. I'm glad I lived through this. Now I'm talking about what he said in his 16-minute teleprompter read, and what he can do. That's a different story, or what he will allow to do. This is the golden age. Well, I'm glad. Drill baby. So we're going to be the biggest exporter of not only oil, our strategic reserves, all strategic reserves, he said, we're going to fill right there. Good. We're going to sell it all over the world. America will be respected. He talked through the lenses of power and respect, which is fantastic, not by humility, and which is great. What else he said? He talked about fulfilling Martin Luther King's dream, which is great. We're going to have a colorblind society. I don't think that's going to happen, but nevertheless. And character be more important, and meritocracy more important than the group membership that you belong to or sign for, or you're just placed in. He talked about the American we're going to expand its territory, he said. He talked about the Panama Canal, and he said, we built that. He said 35,000, if I remember correctly, people died, Americans, building that. I don't know if it's 35,000, but maybe he meant 3,500, but never, maybe I didn't hear it right. He said that we, the Americans, gave it to Panama, the state of Panama, and now it's controlled by China. He said, we'll get it back. How? Boom. He didn't say anything, if I remember correctly, about Greenland or anything else, or Canada, but he said the United States will expand its territory first in how many years? Probably the last one was when we got Hawaii in 1954? I can't. Sorry, something like that, or maybe even earlier. What else did he say? Trump is ready for a fight. He talked about providing, imposing taxes and tariffs for the guys who don't treat us right. I think that the speech was fantastic. But as I said, that's a speech. That's just a speech. We'll see if he's going to implement it. He said he's going to sign some executive orders. I'm looking forward to that. Oh, the cat is right here and plays. All right. So what else did he say? He said that he's going to impose the United States' power all over the globe. And we'll see. He said that he's a president of peace and unity. Peace and unity. He said we will not fight other people's wars. Well, that's kind of dubious. Did you see who was behind or next to? No, behind Bill Clinton. What's her name? Adelson? Look over there. They will not let us be not fighting. He said he's going to stop the war in the wars, probably in Ukraine and in the Middle East. I don't think so, unless those guys achieve their goals. Trump will have like this. He's going to stop. He's going to rehire with full compensation the guys that were fired in the military and in the federal government because of the COVID garbage. You remember, they were fired because they didn't want to take the this and that. So he's going to rehire them, according to him, and full compensation for all these years that they were kicked out. That's justice for you. Fantastic again. He renamed the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. I mean, what can I say? Who's going to say no? The Mexicans? They can. All right, what else? I got here I took some snapshots. I watched on this. So I would like to refresh my memory of what else he said. I didn't write it down. I said I'm going to just go like this. He's ready for a fight. He's ready for a fight. He talked about, which I personally did not like, because I think we're going again into the realm of delusion, when he said that because he survived that assassination attempt, in Butler, that he just grazed his ear. He said he thinks that it was God's will or protection that allowed him now to become and solve problems. All good, but I don't like this kind of connections between I am somehow God's chosen or sent. I feel uncomfortable with that. Why? We climbed this ladder for hundreds of years now, where some of us, could not be burnt on the stake as a witch or as a non-believer or as someone of a different belief. And now this guy tells us that it was God's. All right, take it easy. Then we had a few priests, pastors showed up. The first one I think was a Catholic. The second one was Graham, an evangelist. Then we have obviously the Jewish guy. And then we had another one, the black guy with, oh my God, freedom and so on. Great guy. But again, we had a Roman Catholic. But we didn't have? We didn't have a Greek Orthodox. We didn't have a Hindu. We didn't have a Buddhist. We didn't have a Sikh. We didn't have a Zoroastrian. We didn't have an atheist to give us any sermons. So I think that was not okay, uninclusive. Trump also said that he's going to be he's going to be an inclusive, uniting president, right there. Nevertheless, so we'll see. We'll see if he will really sign those documents. I hope he does. The speech was fantastic. 16 minutes, fantastic. I hope that he signs those, and I hope he's going to do what he said he's going to do. And that's going to make America great again and fantastic, as you said, our civilization, the greatest civilization in the world. It is. I didn't like the personal note. I didn't like the rabbis, I think he's the rabbis, trying to put together, it's obvious, right? Try to put together the influence of their little books into our civilization, which I discard from the very beginning. And again, talking about the 3 hostages that were freed, the Middle East, is peace in Israel. None of those guys that came, the Catholics, did not talk about Italy or Rome or I don't know, something else. No, but these guys linked that together. I mean, we know who's who, what's what. And then Trump said that the United States will really be independent. No, we won't. No, we won't. He said he's going to restructure, not in this speech, he's going to restructure the State Department, and not only. He said he will form the efficiency department with Musk and I hope Ramaswamy, who was also over there in the background. We'll see. I hope that happens. I hope that happens. He said, and this was fantastic for my soul, he said he's gonna write an executive order, sign an executive order, banning the, as I say it, unfair competition with the electric vehicles. Now, behind him was Elon Musk, which he said that you buy the car you want. So that means, if you remember, this garbage government that is went out, instituted those incentives, tax reductions and all these incentives to buy. He said I'm going to start a Green New Deal. Good. I don't think the government should get into that. Like, if you buy an electric car, you're going to get $7,400 in tax rebates just because you buy that. That's they push something, and then he said, you buy what car you want. Fantastic. I hope that goes out the door. And he said it is on the first day. Well, this is what Trump behaved subdued. At first, he became a little bit attacking the guys on his left about the garbage he got. He said inflation will go down, the prices will go down. I don't know if the prices will go down. I hope the parity between, or the power between the purchase power of an individual will increase. You can't get the prices really down with inflation and all that. He said taxing other people's product coming in, is going to make us rich. Well, he talked about the manufacturing sector, that we're going to be a biggest power in manufacturing and so on. I hope so, because without manufacturing, you depend on everybody else. Talking about the billionaires and millionaires, they were over there. I don't have anything against them per se, unless they have a power just because of that. Unless because I'm a billionaire, I have more rights than you have, or Yeah, you make your money, fantastic, thank you very much. He talked about the auto union, the automotive union, about the auto workers, and that's great. Inclusive, inclusive, inclusive. About the military industrial complex, again, he didn't talk about Ukraine per se or Russia. Good speech, fantastic. It was good, fantastic speech, including the fact that he said, I'm going to write those executive orders. Trump looked presidential, subdued, and that was fantastic. What else? I think the whole ceremony was great. Let me just look over some pictures that I took earlier today, just to remind. Oh, here is Graham. Oops, can be like that, right there. I thought it was a Billy Graham, but it was this guy, Franklin, his son, I'm guessing. Then we had all kind of politicians, obviously Jay Shankar, as I said, Melania Trump as Zorro, and with Jay Shankar in the background over there. The other way around, that's the guy over there. All right, the guy I like a lot, right there. Then what do we have? What else we have? It was Tucker Carlson, five seats to the left of Dr. Jay Shankar. We have this guy, obviously, who's gonna tell us who's moral and who's not, right there, obviously, and talks about his. Yeah, Robert F. Kennedy Jr. was over there in the background as well. Now, I gotta tell you this. The inauguration tenor, Oh America, performed by Christopher Macchio, whatever. I didn't like that at all. Then we had that blonde woman who sang, I think, the national anthem at the end. She sang it not as we would sing it. She sang it in the, you know what I'm talking about? Like the cats when they, I didn't like that. But anyway, I heard that on the stadiums and I said, that's not us, that's someone else. Anyway, we got the Apple CEO as well. I don't know if I mentioned the guy. I got Zorro here, unfortunately. I mean, really. But that's her choice. Oh, we got Bezos. I forgot about Bezos over there in the background. Another beta guy. And CEO of Google, the Indian guy over there. So we got an Indian guy. We got a South African guy over there. We got a Zuckerberg alien guy. We got Bezos, who doesn't look human, just... All right, and we got these guys right here. You know these guys? So there's the CEO of Google, and this is the vice president's wife right there. All right, Indian, both of them, which is fine. No problem with that. Barron was over there. Fantastic. Good for him. And that's with these pictures. I expected Trump to go for a walk on Pennsylvania Avenue from the White House towards the, from the Capitol to the, whatever he's sworn in on the Capitol steps, and then he walks towards the Pennsylvania. But it was all indoor because of the weather, and the land of the brave could not stand it. We are brave, but when the wind blows and the temperature is too low, we have to stay indoor. Remember, it was one president, I can't remember his name, he died shortly after he held his inaugural speech on a bad weather. He had only a shirt, and it was very cold. I think it was rainy or something, and he died of pneumonia. I can't remember, 2 weeks after he was inaugurated or something, or 1 week. I can't remember his name. My bad. Now, another excellent thing that Donald Trump said is he would change the name of Mount McKinley. It's the highest mountain top in the United States of America, is located in Alaska. He said, well, I'm going to do it for President McKinley. That's the name of that, not Hapaluku, Papaluku. We took it from you, we keep it a cup. Anyway, good. I like that. So, my friends, if all what he said will do, it's going to be fantastic. We're going to have really a golden age. Now, how much can he do? Remember, you depend on your bureaucracy. Bureaucracy sometimes moves very fast. Sometimes bureaucracy moves very slow, which is waiting 4 years or maybe 8 years. Some said that, oh, he can't run again. Oh, yes, he can run again because it's, one after another, going to be 8 years. No, he served 4 years. That means by constitution he can, but only one term. Well, we'll find out. if he's still alive, if these guys allow him to stay around. Hop, there you go, meow meow. So we'll find if he's going to be allowed. Now the infrastructure, which is the the bureaucracy, we'll see how slowly they will move. He needs to fire a lot of people. He needs to hire a lot of people. How will you be able to do that? If Trump does what he said he's going to do, we're going to be fantastic. We're going to be fantastic. And if he's just saying that to get us work harder and keep our mouth shut, oh, yeah, he said something fantastic as well. Fabulous, like in the fables. He's going to reinstate free speech. That means the government will not be in the business of telling you what you can do, what you can say, and freedom of expression. He's going to be out of it. It's not the government's job. Fantastic, fantastic. If that is going to happen, the military-industrial complex and others will take care of him. That is, if he's doing things that he's not supposed to, he's old. You know what I mean? So that means his skin can turn cold pretty fast. If you don't want to talk about natural causes or accidents, you know, a heart attack, can all happen in the same time, in the same moment. Now, Marco Rubio should not be U.S. Secretary of State. I made a video yesterday. He should not. Why? Remember when Trump said during the campaign where his primaries in 2016, first 2016 presidential election, that Marco Rubio was all sweaty, and when he was stressed, he's going to meet people in front of him like, as I said, Lavrov and Dr. Jay Shankar and Wang Yi of China, and Peter Giarto is going to eat him alive. So, nevertheless, that's my thing. We'll find out, my friends. We'll find out. Fantastic speech, fantastic show. I like those little girls, not little girls, teenage girls, whatever they were. They were all diverse, coming and singing. Remember they came on the aisles and were singing, all diverse, because that's the way we are. That's the way we are. All right. Anything else? No? All right. I hope he's doing, he's going to be allowed to do what he said. And we're going to be, again, the greatest country in the world. Now, in reality, not only in, I identify as. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.